We're going to get our ceremony started today. Let's first start with prayer. And in praying, I'd like to thank the Lord for Paxton, his family, the hard work that he's put into our program, and continued prayers for his success in the future as he goes on and plays at Nicholls. So, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. So welcome all of you, and thanks for being here. It's unusual because we're not in school, but we wanted to do this week so that we can get this process done, very honestly. I want to say first that Paxton, of any athlete that we have ever had sign, probably did the best job of making a decision of any of those. And what do I mean by that? Paxton, first of all, worked really hard to get to this point, to have this opportunity. But in doing so, he didn't take any of this for granted. And Paxton and I had several conversations that made me realize that he was going through this process correctly. In doing that, he weighed all of his options. We talked about pros and cons. We talked about things that were not really football related. And then eventually Paxton sat down and made a decision. And I remember one day we were talking on the field, and I told Paxton that if I was him, I know where I would go. If I was him, I know where I would go. And he never once asked me, Coach, where is that? Instead, what he did is he took all of that time to figure out where was the best place for him. And then Paxton, I will tell you that if you would have asked me at that moment where you should be, I would have said that Nicholls is really where you have to be. And it is not necessarily because of the legacy that you are to Nicholls, or the fact that we live in Thibodeau and we're yards away. The real point is, I know the coaches there, I know the culture there, and I know that coming from this program and going there is going to be a transition that you're going to be able to handle. And so that's my answer, if you would have ever asked me. Just a little bit about Paxton. There has not been a skilled player at this school who has transitioned himself as much as Paxton has. And what I mean by that is he put in work outside of this to get himself to this place. If you ever attend our football games, you know that you will hear every Friday night from the stands people screaming that we need to throw the football. Maybe some of you were the ones screaming that. Well, let me answer that. What we do here is try to put our kids in the best position to be successful. And the fact that we have a strength and conditioning program all year long that's held in here and our kids go through it, and the fact that we have a really tough summer, and the fact that we practice the right way, is all designed to put kids in the best place that they possibly can be. And if throwing the football is putting our kids in the best possible position that they can be, we will most definitely do it. And I think that if you watch Paxton this year, that answer was very, very obvious. If we have a kid like Paxton who we can throw the football to and he can catch it, and we have guys like Jake Sternfeld's throwing it to him, and we have linemen that can block for him, we would love to throw the football. We would love to have the production that Paxton had. It didn't come overnight. He came through hours and hours of work outside of this place to get him in a position that Nicholls and the other people that were interested to have the best possible choice that he could. And so, I will say that Paxton leaves this place probably as the most decorated receiver that we have ever had on this campus. I can't remember many more. 51 catches for 947 yards and 12 touchdowns doesn't happen every day on this campus. It happened because of hard work. So I expect that progress will continue right across the street at Nicholls. The main reason that my answer was always going to be Nicholls is now I get the opportunity to get in my car, travel 4 minutes, and go watch him play. Other places were not quite that close. I want to thank all of you for your support of Paxton and his family. Most of all, I want to thank Paxton's family. Paxton's family has been a tremendous asset to our program, and they obviously love their son. And I remember, 4 years ago, sitting in Paxton's house when things weren't the greatest, and visiting him with an injury, and knowing that Paxton had a potential to actually be into something. So I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for everything. Paxton, we got some ideas of how to replace you, but we don't have a guy like Paxton Lafont next year. And we're going to have some guys step up and fill your shoes. Come back and see us. Come back and support us like we're going to be supporting you at Nicholls. So congratulations, Paxton. And Paxton's going to sign now, and after that, Mom is going to direct all of the pictures that need to be taken today. So congratulations, Paxton. Nice job.
How does it feel to officially sign with Nicholls State, man?
It feels great. It feels amazing that I get to play here in my hometown, that I get to show out in front of my family and friends and all super close.
Just how special and how long have you been waiting for this opportunity?
I've obviously been waiting for this opportunity since I was young. Around 9th grade, it hit me that I wanted to play college ball. And I never knew when the first offer was going to come in or anything like that. But as soon as the interest from Nicholls came in, they were my first offer. So as soon as they offered, I realized I wanted to play college ball, and this is where I end up.
So what made Nicholls stand out above all the other offers you had?
I think the coaches, the welcoming, I really felt at home with the coaches. I've known them since I was, a young kid, sometimes not personally, but I've known of them. And I know Nicholls' program is amazing with winning their conference championships and winning and developing these young kids. And I like the way they throw the ball, I like the way they run their offense and even their defense. So I'm excited to get started.
Like you said, coming from Edie White, a team that doesn't throw the ball that much, for you to produce the yardage you did this year, how special was that?
It's very special. What's most special about it is knowing that these coaches believed in me. We had a great quarterback this year who grinded, took us to the state championship as a sophomore. So having a guy like that really helped out as well, along with the O-line. So yeah, I'm super blessed that the coaches gave me this opportunity and allowed me to prove myself a little bit with the ball in the air.
Was it always your dream to go to Nicholls? It's right across the street.
Right. It was always up there for sure. I always knew I wanted to play college ball wherever I end up. I'm very blessed and I'm very thankful that I get to play Division I football where not many guys get to do. So, like you said, coming out of an offense like this, it even means a lot more. Like the coaches believing in me. I would not be here without them and I wouldn't be here without my teammates.
That said, anyone you want to thank for helping you get this far?
Absolutely. I want to thank all my 7-on-7 coaches, Coach Turk. I want to thank Coach Erwin Brown from St. James. I want to thank Chase Forcade from Nicholls for allowing me to work with him a little bit, and he's going to work with me this offseason. I also want to thank all my Cardinal football coaches and my travel baseball coaches and soccer coaches, Coach Ryan Oncow, Coach George Vina, Coach Matt Baskell for teaching me how to be coached and how to respect the game of athletics.
So the only thing left you gotta say is 2 words.
Go Colonels, baby. Go Colonels.